Hi, I'm Sharon Burns, owner and operator at RX Catering, and we're here cooking with Sharon. I know typically we do a lot with vegan options, but you know, a lot of y'all have been asking for something different. So we're going to do it today. And I thought I'd go all out because many of you love lamb chops. So we're going to make some lamb chops, something easy for you to duplicate, and then a special sauce. It's really not that special, but it's easy, it's flavorful, and it's good. So let's get started. I've already pre-marinated our lamb chops, and if you don't know the different cuts of the lamb, if you go into any type of grocery store, you can actually find these already cut for you. It may be a little bit more economical if you get them already on the rack. And that's how we typically get them here, and then we cut them into the lamb chop, the lollipops, as you see here. I've already marinated this because it's best actually to have them sit overnight. So let me just tell you what's in it, and then you can check out the recipe online for all the specific details. But I've actually taken some mint, chopped mint. I've also, you all know I love garlic. So, of course, we have garlic in here, some minced garlic. And then I use just typical salt and pepper, a little bit of granulated garlic, and then also agave. Just a little bit, just to sweeten it. And then one other thing, lemon juice, just about a teaspoon and a half of lemon juice. So like I said, I marinated these for actually probably about 8 hours, but it's best if you marinate them overnight. So we're going to put them up to the side. They're going to continue sitting there, and we're going to work on our sauce. So as you see here, I have some fresh parsley, also fresh mint, and then pistachios. So these are all things that are simple. If you don't have this is a Vitamix. If you don't have this, if you have a food processor, that'll work. If you don't have either one of those, no problem. You can use a hand mixer. It may take you a little bit longer because with the pistachios, you want to get them really smooth. So what we're going to do is we're going to add, this is, like I said, about 2 cups of fresh mint. We're going to put that in our food processor. And this is about a cup of, oh my gosh, what did I tell you it was? Parsley, sorry, brain freeze. About a cup of that. And then I've taken just some garlic cloves right here, and I've I've quartered them. Depending on what device you're using, if you have one that's not as powerful, then I would suggest that you dice it or mince it a little bit more so it'll actually go through the processor. With this, I could have put them in whole, but I've actually quartered them, and so we'll add that. And then we're going to add in our pistachios. This is about, I believe I did a cup in it. No, I did like a half a cup of pistachios. So we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to put in some lime juice right here. This is about a tablespoon of lime juice, and then we have Parmesan. Today we've used grated Parmesan. You can use just regular shredded if you don't have this at home. And this is, I think I did like 2 tablespoons of Parmesan. So we put everything in our Vitamixer. We're going to add in a little bit of salt. We'll probably have to taste this in a minute and add in a little bit more for flavor, and then some black pepper as well. So like I said, so simple, and it's just going to add that flavor, that extra kick to our lamb chops once we make them. So this is cold water. We're going to add in right now probably about a half a cup just to get everything started, and then we're going to gradually add in as we mix. So like I said, very simple. We're going to speed it up a little bit. And see, a lot of times, let's see. Okay, looks like it's mixing up very nicely. I may have added too much water, but that's all right. We can fix it by adding in a little bit more cheese. Or we can add in a little bit more of our pistachios. So that's no problem. I have them right here, handy. We'll just add them in. And again, it's just the consistency of your sauce that you want. It's going to be good for dipping. Oh, this is nice. Okay. I think we're going to add in, oh yeah, this is good. No need to add. We're just going to mix it just a little bit more. And let's see, I want to taste it. We may need to add in some more salt. Or not. Let's see. Okay, so our sauce is nicely mixed. If you want a little bit heavier consistency, that's fine. Like I said, you can add in more Parmesan. But we're going to let this sit, and then we're going to make our lamb chops. So I always try to offer you guys some quick and easy options for busy moms or dads, and something that you could whip up quickly. So this is just another option for you. You want to make sure that your skillet is going to be very hot, and I'm going to use butter. I know it's not the most healthy option today, but you know I've given you many healthy options. Now, let's talk about temperature, okay? Because we don't want to ruin these lamb chops. As you all know, lamb chops are kind of expensive. Lamb in general, compared to, you know, like your traditional beef or chicken. So this is going to be a special occasion meal, or this could be something for your upcoming holiday party or any party that you may host at your home that you just want to do something different and fancy, because this could be served as an appetizer. The way you present it definitely could be something that you could serve. And then also for dinner too, lamb chops, you can pair it with obviously a starch and then also a vegetable. But you want to make sure that it is going to be a special occasion, nothing that you're just, you know, cooking just randomly to be cooking. And you want to make sure the person that you're cooking it for is going to appreciate it, because like I said, this is not the, I don't want to call it cheap, but this is not the most economical meal, if you will. All right, so we're just going to coat our pan, our skillet, with butter. And if you want a healthier option, I mean, we're not using that much butter, honestly. We have about 3 tablespoons of butter. You can use olive oil if you want. That's an alternative. I just want the flavor today of the butter for our lamb chops, so that's why I'm using it. So now let's talk about temperature. I think I started to for a minute. Now, we don't want to overcook these lamb chops. Typically, I know that most people don't want to see red or like a pink center, but with the lamb chops, a rare temperature, if you don't have a thermometer like this at home, I mean, even I sometimes will use thermometers to make sure that the temperature is cooked to perfection. But rare for a lamb chop is 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Medium rare is going to be about 130, 125, 130, and medium is going to be 130. You do not, like I said, want to overcook these. So each lamb chop is going to be, we're going to sear it and cook it on each side for about 5 minutes, if that. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And if you can, kind of like, if your skillet is not flat, just rotate the butter around like I'm doing. And as you see, the marinade is nicely on our lamb chops still. So you're going to have that flavor in each one. So we're going to let this sear on each side, like I said, for about 5 minutes. And again, this is something quick that you can do at home when you could have it marinated before you go to work, come back, bam. All you have to do is put it in the skillet and you have what? Dinner in about 15 minutes. Who could ask for anything more? Better than that. All right, so they're cooking nicely. And one thing, if you don't want to pan-sear them, of course, you can grill them. They're awesome on the grill. You can also bake them. Again, you just don't want to overcook the lamb. So a nice pink center is appropriate. Again, you don't want to dry it out. This is the cut of the lamb that is, like I said, very expensive. So we don't want to ruin the quality. I like to have a little brownness on my seared lamb. So I'm going to turn it a little bit sooner than 5 minutes. And in that way, I don't know if you, I'll show you in a minute, but you can see this, like that brownness right there. Oh, let me move my tongue. The brownness right there. That's how a little bit of color should be. Oh yeah. These are awesome. Okay. So we have about 5 more minutes, but if you want to do a pre-temp, we can use our thermometer. Like I said, I only use this really when I'm cooking lamb and things that I don't want to like majorly overcook. So like I said, 120 should be the internal temperature if you want it rare, 130 at the most for medium. So we're at about 80. All right, so anything like with the lamb chop as far as pairing, obviously you can have a starch that is, you know, your rice. You want rice or quinoa, or you can have risotto would actually go well with this, pair well with this. Or you can just eat the lamb chops with a vegetable. Those of you who are trying to be keto friendly and don't want carbs, this is going to be an awesome meal for you. That's quick. It's not, like I said, it's not the most economical option, but it's all good. You can treat yourself every once in a while. All right, so it's looking like these are cooking up very nicely, almost ready. And, yep, I'm going to do a quick internal temp. I can tell probably we need like a couple more minutes. Okay. Yep. I think we are almost good to go. And then the sauce that we just made, wasn't that so simple? We're just going to add that to the side on our plate. Bam. Look at how quick and simple that was and easy. So we have our, I'm just going to prepare this today and plate it up like we're just going to have a free-for-all, like we're at home. And everyone can grab a lamb chop. It's like our appetizer. Okay, so it's not going to be all fancy today, but it's going to be good. And what, at the end of the day, that's what matters, is if it is good. Okay. All right, I'll save these off to the side. But we are good to go. And then we have our sauce, our dipping sauce. Now, wasn't that so simple and easy? You know, I try to make it that way for you all. So here you go. Lamb chops with our homemade. You don't have to spend your money and waste your money on all those sauces that you don't know what's in the jar. We know what we put in this food processor, and it's going to be good, healthy, and economical. So, as always, we appreciate you joining Cooking with Sharon, and we'll see you next time.